Roy Shire has outbid all the other promoters, and right here in the Cow Palace, we're going to have the United States heavyweight tournament to decide the new U.S. champion. As you know, the championship is now in escrow. And fans, that is going to be a night to remember, believe me. Now, we're going to show you 7 of the men right now. They're not in order. And the other 3 we'll announce next week. President Bob Geigel of the National Wrestling Alliance could not contact the 3 and get them to sign the contracts this week. 2 were on vacation, and 1 was somewhere up in Canada. But he'll have it done this week, and we'll let you know who the other 3 are next week. But here are the 7 men so far that are signed and in the top 10, and let's show those pictures right now. The big Russian, Alexia Smirnov, will be in it. Also, the happy Hawaiian, Dean Ho. Also, that sensational superfly from the Fiji Islands, Jimmy Snuka. Also, this man, and he's quite a wrestler, Easy Ed Wiskowski. And you'll see him here very shortly. The great Peter Mavia from Samoa will be in this tournament. And there's Irish Kevin Sullivan. He's in the top 10. He'll be there. Also, the Playboy, Buddy Rose. Now, that's just 7 of the 10 men in it. Now, the president of the National Wrestling Alliance, Bob Geigel, made a tape explaining the tournament. We were going to play it tonight. It did not arrive in time. We'll show it to you next week. But right now, let's call in your promoter, Mr. Roy Shire. Hi, Roy.
How you going, Hank?
Oh, congratulations. The most exciting thing it's ever been my pleasure to announce to get that tournament here at the Cow Palace.
Well, I think it is exciting because, you know, very few times in the history of the belt, the United States belt, there's ever been a tournament. And I felt that the people in the Bay Area deserved to see this, so I bid a lot of money, and just luckily, I bid a little more money than anybody else. But here's what Bob Geigel was going to say on this interview, special interview he made to be sent out here to be played on TV tonight, but seeing he couldn't, here's what's going to happen. On September the 16th, the night of the match, there will be 10 wrestlers. And those 10 wrestlers will then pick out a number from 1 to 10 that's going to be in a jar. And number 1, the guy that picks out number 1 will wrestle number 2. And the wrestler that has number 3 will wrestle number 4 on through the 10. That will make 5 matches. And those wrestlers will wrestle until they get down to 5 wrestlers. And those will be, actually then it'll get down to 2 matches because the 5 wrestlers will be left. There will be a bye. Now, a bye means that 1 wrestler will not wrestle.
Right.
And he'll have to then go into the final where there will be 3 wrestlers. And 3 wrestlers, 2 wrestlers will wrestle, and then there will be a bye again. And that wrestler gets a bye will go in against the guy that wins the match in the 3rd segment of the tournament. Now, the rules on this, each match will be 1 fall with a 15-minute time limit. There will be no disqualification. In other words, if a wrestler gets disqualified, he's out. The match is over. Right, he loses. And if a man is cut and bleeding and the referee thinks he can't continue, he loses. Now, let's say, for instance, at the end of 15 minutes, that the match has gone to a draw. The bell rings at the end of 15 minutes. There will be 2 judges and 1 referee, and it'll go on a point system. Whoever has advantage during the match, the most advantage, will win the match. Now, let's say that neither wrestler has advantage at the end of the 15 minutes. They'll get a 2-minute rest period. They'll wrestle another 5 minutes. And whoever gets the advantage and the most points will win. If not, they will get another 2 minutes, and it'll go on until somebody wins. And then, in the final match, it'll be 2 out of 3 falls with a 1-hour time limit. And whoever wins that match will become the new United States heavyweight champion.
Roy, just 2 quick questions occur to me now. If the last match should go the full hour, there will again be a decision by the 2 judges and the referee.
Right. And if there's no decision by the 2 judges and the referee, they'll have another 5 minutes to wrestle.
Also, last time Dean Ho and Playboy Buddy Rose wrestled for the title, they were both counted out. And so there was no winner. The match was a draw. The title stayed in escrow. Now, what happens during any match? Both wrestlers are counted out of the ring.
Well, let's say as a hypothetical thing that both wrestlers were counted out. Then the match would stop. They would get a 2-minute rest period, and then they'd go back and wrestle again.
Well, just keep on going, so there's got to be a winner.
Well, you see, there's such a demand for the United States heavyweight champion around the United States that we can't take anything for granted. We have to anticipate whatever can happen. So, with that anticipation, we know that if we make these rules this way, that no way can anybody walk out of that ring not being the champion. So that's why the rules have been put this way. We're going to make damn sure that on the 16th, somebody walks out of that ring as a United States heavyweight champion if they have to wrestle until they can't walk. Then that's the way it's going to be.
And if my calculation is right, Roy, there will be a total then of 9 matches that night before we finally come up with one winner. 5 matches.
That's
and
right. There'll be 9 matches,
9 matches.
right. So it'll be a long night, I'm afraid, for the wrestlers.
What a great
and I'm
night.
damn glad I'm not in it.
A great night for the fans. Roy, congratulations
Well,
again.
I can say this, if if a fan pays $3, $4, $5, or $6, they're going to get $20 worth of entertainment out of this tonight.
Maybe $100 worth, I'll tell you. Listen, back to the action, fans, right after this.